Well, listen, thank you so much for coming to Friday's Heroes, and we have a couple of special announcements today too, with a local volunteer and a little bit of a chili challenge for some of my mayor friends. So we'll have some fun today while we're celebrating our great public safety officials and those who protect our community. And today is just a perfect example of why we have one of the finest fire departments in the country. Today we're honoring a group of firefighters who joint effort made, saved a gentleman's life. Obviously, and the gentleman's with us today, and we'll make those introductions in just a minute. Today we have Lieutenant Brian Fox with us, driver Joseph Garcia, firefighter Scott Summers, and firefighter Jonah Donarama, all from Engine 20, and they're this week's Friday's Heroes. In the morning this past July, the Engine 20 members were dispatched to a residence where a man complained of chest pains and difficulty breathing. The crew was the first on scene and quickly gathered information relating to the man's medical history. While firefighters were attempting to assess his situation, the man collapsed onto the floor. He wasn't breathing, and the responders could not find a pulse in the patient. Driver Fox immediately took command and ordered the crew to utilize their automatic external defibrillator, we call these AEDs, and administer life-saving measures. They placed the AED pad on the man, and when they found a shockable rhythm, they conducted a single shock. The man regained a pulse, began to breathe on his own, and regained consciousness. An ambulance arrived then and transported the patient to the hospital, where he received further medical treatment and eventually made a full recovery. We're thankful that Mr. Dan McKinney, who's with us today, alive and well. He was the man that was rescued, and he came by this morning just to say thank you to these firefighters. You know, the men and women of the Albuquerque Fire Department do extraordinary work every day, and this incident just demonstrates how their ability and professional capabilities to carry out their duties have a significant impact on our community every day, and no more so than Mr. McKinney. It further demonstrates that AEDs and life packs, which are part of the regular equipment on our engines and our rescues, are tremendous life-saving tools that are critical for the work that our firefighters perform on a daily basis. Between our outstanding personnel and the tools that they use to do their jobs, AFD, in my opinion, provides a tremendous service to our community, and it's just one more reason that we want to celebrate the men and women of the Albuquerque Fire Department. I'd like to ask Chief Downey to come up now, if he would, and say a few words. And then we have our Friday's Heroes Awards that we'll give out to our firefighters.
Thank you, Mayor. Just to reiterate what the Mayor said, I'd like to congratulate Engine 20 on what they achieved with this call. When somebody has a heart attack, one of the most critical factors is the element of time. There's something known as the chain of survival with an adult heart attack, and it involves early CPR, early defibrillation, early advanced life support, and then post-cardiac arrest care. It didn't take Engine 20 very long. It took them 28 seconds from the time that Mr. McKinney had his heart attack to the time in which his circulation returned. Only 28 seconds. That's how quickly these gentlemen recognized what was happening and what was necessary and how to treat it, and did so accordingly. And we're very, very happy to have Mr. McKinney here with us today. So just want to say great job to Engine 20.
You betcha. What we have, gentlemen, is we have a Friday's Heroes coin that we have commissioned just to basically say thank you. It's just our way of expressing our gratitude to you for all the work that you do in our community. So I'd like to give each one of you a Friday's Heroes coin, if I could. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And Mr. McKinney, thank you so much for coming by today and just saying thanks to these folks. And we're glad you're well. And
Ditto.
yeah, ditto. We could have enough said, right? Anyway, let's give these folks a round of applause. Thank you so much. And like always, I know any one of these gentlemen or Mr. McKinney may even be willing to talk to you one-on-one after the ceremony today. So, gentlemen, thank you so much. We appreciate you very much. So let's bring up our Volunteer of the Month today. We have a little bit of a change today. Let's get Haley and her family. Come on up. Bring your mom and dad and sis with you. Why don't you stand over here? We'll have your... Today, instead of Employee of the Week, we actually are going to start a program we call Volunteer of the Month. And our first Volunteer of the Month is Miss Haley Gibson. She's here today with her dad, David, her mom, Amy, and Charlotte, her sister. And we're announcing a couple of other things today as well with our volunteerism exchange that we have at the city of Albuquerque. We are announcing a name change for our volunteer program, and I'm looking for Leslie Munoz. Is she here? Oh, Leslie's right over here. Why don't you come up as well, Leslie, and I'll let everybody kind of make an introduction to you as well. So we, for the first of the changes that we're making today is a new name for the volunteerism office at the mayor's office. It is now simply known as ABQ Volunteers. It used to be called MOVE, and people had they didn't know what that meant. It was an acronym, and we certainly love our acronyms in government, but it really wasn't getting the job done, letting people know that there's great opportunities in the community. So Leslie and her group, and Leslie works in the mayor's office, have changed the name to ABQ Volunteers. The ABQ Volunteer Office has created a new award presented by the city to individuals who volunteer for causes that make Albuquerque a better place to live. Selections are made based off submissions received through the city website. So this is important to remember. Volunteer.cabq.gov. And I have a cold, I apologize, so let me say it again. Volunteer.cabq.gov. So this is a place where you can go and you can put your friends, family, and neighbors up for this volunteer award. And our first volunteer of the month is 11-year-old Haley Gibson. Haley saw a problem in her community and she took the initiative to fix it. She's always taken an interest in keeping her community clean and takes it to heart when she notices people who litter or show a lack of respect for local parks and playgrounds. So recently, Haley was at a local park, Grecian Park actually, and noticed a slide that was covered in graffiti and damaged by vandals. She was resolved to fix the problem, so she set out to do just that. She started by sending emails to her contacts to enlist the help of others and identify resources to organize a park-wide cleanup. She then made flyers and passed them out in the neighborhood and at her school. What school?
Actually at a friend's school.
At a friend's school, okay. With the support of her family and friends, she set out to clean up the park so that children would have a fun and a safe place to play. Haley indicates that she knew her hard work was worthwhile when shortly after completing the project she spotted two little girls playing on the playground equipment and once again enjoying the park. Haley, your generous and caring nature has improved the experience of residents and visitors to our local parks. By spearheading this project from start to finish, you demonstrated to your commitment and dedication to your neighborhood and your community. And that's what we want everybody in our city to do. So today, you're very much a leader, and we want to thank you for that. She exemplifies how serving others is the greatest reward of all. So I just wanted to give you what we normally do, Haley, is we have several things that we'd like to do. First of all, don't drink coffee yet. But when you do drink coffee, this is a mug that we give to our employees of the week. You can drink whatever your mom and dad think is appropriate out of that. We also have a wristband for you that says "Volunteer to Change the World." So we'd like you to have the wristband, as well as we have a mayor's pin. Now this is a pin that I will wear on my lapel. Today, if you notice, everyone is wearing red. It is Wear Red for Women Day. Haley and her mom also wore red. I have my red tie, so does Leslie, and we'll be having a ceremony in Civic Plaza, which we'd like to invite you to as well in just a few minutes to talk about heart disease and how it affects women. So thank you for your leadership on that as well. But there's a mayor's pin for you. And then what we have is we have an award that says Volunteer of the Month, February 2014, Haley Gibson. Thank you for your enthusiasm, engagement, responsiveness, and specifically for your leadership concerning citizen stewardship. So Haley, I want to say thank you so much for being a great leader in our community and being a great example for all of us. So let's give Haley a round of applause. Thank you so much. I told Haley that she may get interviewed by the media, so she's ready for you if that's.
Thank you, sir.
So everybody stick around because we want to do some photographs as well. But finally, we just want to talk about a little bit of an extension of a story that we had last Sunday. As many of you know, Mayor Hancock from Denver and Mayor Murray from Seattle had a little bit of a wager. They were going to they wagered basically food, which mayors do a lot of times when you have Super Bowl teams. I believe the mayor of Seattle had, if the Broncos would have won, was going to send some, food, great food from the Seattle area to the mayor of Denver. the mayor, who's a friend of mine, Mayor Hancock, decided that it would be a good idea to send some green chili to the mayor of Seattle if Seattle won. Well, in my house, there was a lot of blue and orange going on that day, and we have a lot of folks in Albuquerque who actually travel to the Denver games. So we are very much we're a Dallas team city, we're a Denver team city, of course, lots of other things. Anyway, we didn't think it was the best thing necessarily for Mayor Hancock to claim green chili. So what we're going to do, and we've reached out to Mayor Hancock, and I'm going to be there in March, and we'll talk about this a little bit more. But today, what I'm going to do is we're going to be sending some Hatch green chili and some Chimayo red chili to both Mayor Murray of Seattle and Mayor Hancock from Denver. And we're just going to let them know, first of all, we're going to congratulate Mayor Murray on the Super Bowl victory for the Seahawks. Tremendous victory for his city and for his team. But we're also going to send some to Mayor Hancock as fellow Bronco fans. But also we want to maybe take some of this in a fun way. I'll let you have it. In a fun way, try to make a difference in our communities. So Denver likes to call themselves the Mile High City. But Albuquerque is also a mile high. Albuquerque and New Mexico, without a doubt, is the chili capital of the world. We have the best red, we have the best green, and we know that. And I can tell you as the mayor, we'll stand up any day of the week and talk about that. But Mayor Hancock wanted to claim some chili. So if he wants to claim some chili authority, we'll claim some Mile High authority. And I'm gonna talk to him when we're in. I'll be in Denver actually at a symposium with the mayor in March, and I'm gonna ask him and reach out and see if he'd like to join me in starting a Mile High Chili Challenge. Where we can have maybe some of the nonprofits in both of our communities benefit from a friendly rivalry over chili, and so we'll see what comes of that. But in the meantime, we'll send him some chili along with some recipes on how to use it, because we understand that not everybody would know what to do when they get a bag of red chili in their home. So we'll make sure that they get some recipes as well. But we're going to have some fun with it. And once again, congratulations to Seattle. Congratulations to Denver for making the Super Bowl. Tough loss for a lot of us that are fans. But we'll see if we can't take this chili challenge and do something good for our nonprofit communities. And when we come up with the exact format of that chili challenge, we'll let you know. And we'll go from there. But listen, thanks again to the firefighters for doing what you do. Thanks so much to our youth. It's great to see our youth involved in Haley. Thank you so much for your efforts as well.